Hey, I am back with a bit of what's in the news. Boeing pled guilty to criminal fraud in relation to the crashes that involved the 737s and, the lives that were lost, but they avoided trial, criminal trial. They paid a fine of just over $240 million with an M. And I'm being very precise with the M, million, not billions. I read that they're going to be acquiring one of the companies that supplies parts that was around the Alaska Airlines door plugs coming out in certain quality issues as well. Now, it's not necessarily a celebration because lives were lost in those crashes and they could have been avoided. In terms of enforcement action, is the penalty dissuasive enough? I don't think so. I think it could have even been $1 billion. It might not have been dissuasive enough. What I think this case highlights is that governance is really important. And if you're not going to levy the enforcement action at the head, at the CEO, at the decision makers who accepted these things. I mean, we have whistleblowers and whistleblowers turning up on a live in relation to the saga with Boeing over the last few months, almost a year now. We're dealing with so much evidence around Boeing that I think a penalty of $240 million. I mean, what does Boeing make in a quarter? Drop it in the comments below. I'm pretty sure it's more than 12 digits. It's not enough. And the parallel to financial services compliance, enforcement action is there for a particular outcome. It has to be sufficiently dissuasive and it has to have the effect you want to modify behavior in a real way. And examples have to be set. I maintain that there are no such thing as good or bad companies, but there are good and bad people. And if you start taking enforcement action against the people who hold decision-making power, then I think you'll get some different outcomes. It's definitely something to think about, and I'll be back with more content very soon.